My name is Caroline Poynton, and I am recording Dino Prime today. Is because I tell you what, I'm sick of this. I tell you what, right? Paul Fawn and Richard Hillman and all these people, right? How can they call anybody or do anything? Call Rupert Low or anybody else after? Has everybody not learnt the lesson of after all these lines and everything? With what they've already been through with Tommy Robson going to jail, with what they've already been through with the freaking grooming gangs, what we've already been through with Starmer. And now we have, as we already know, as they already all know, Paul Vaughan and that, they've been calling Nigel Farage, right? And now they're calling someone else. They're saying that it's okay for a Bob to have got attacked. Who the fucking hell do they think they are, Paul Ford, Richard Hillman? And I tell you what, right, Tommy Robinson, who's he fucking think he is? If he's so up Israel's ass, I'll tell you what I'll do as an English woman. That has a right. I have a right. He's half Irish, quarter Irish. I'm the English person over 1,000 years of ancestry. I'm not British, Paul Thorne. I am fully English, and as a full English woman that's been through this bastard system more than they'll ever know, right? Been abused by the system all my life, and Tommy Robson does that, right? A fatwa on his head. Oh, so he wants to put that upon somebody else's head because he's got one on his head. Well, I'll fucking tell you what to Tommy Robson. Stay where the fuck he is. Don't ever him come back to England. Because I tell you what, I'm putting a fatwa on Tommy Robinson's head because I'll tell you what I'll do as an English woman. Because he's traitoring our country. If he carries on traitoring the country and traitoring Rupert Low and traitoring the people that are signing with Rupert Low Restore, because I am and I'm in Bury, Manchester, don't give a fuck, I'll chop his fucking head off. Fatwa, he's got a fatwa from an English lady called Caroline Poynton. If he thinks he can traitor the country, we'll go back to over 500 years when we can hung and quarter people for traitors. Treason, they are. Treasoning, traitoring bastards. And Richard Hillman, stay fucking Northern Ireland. Keep your fucking nose out. You don't even belong in England. He belongs in Northern Ireland, so he can fuck off. Northern Irish bigot. You stay in fucking Spain. Because, mate, I tell you what, you them three are going to have fatwas upon their heads. From an English lady that'll show the Muslims, jihads and whoever they are, how to do a proper fucking job of chopping someone's head off. I can't believe it. And I've supported them all this time. People have supported Paul Farn and Richard Hillman and Tommy Robertson. Shame on them for doing this to Rupert Low and thinking it was all right. Oh, Tommy Robinson doesn't want a fatwa on his head. Tommy Robinson has not took a kicking yet off the Muslims, has he? Right? But it's okay for young Bob to do that. It's all right for some young boy to take a kicking off anyone. Don't matter if they didn't kick him hard or if they kicked him hard. Okay, it might have not been as serious as it could have been, but what if somebody did stab Bob? And what if it was serious? Give themselves a round of applause, will they? Paul Fawn. You're a traitor, mate. Stay fucking Spain. And when I seen you with a cigarette before, mate, you're a disgusting disgrace to smoke on live on YouTube doing that. I smoke. So what, you're going to call me a hypocrite? And then you're calling me a Nazi? Traiting bastards. After them just got called Nazis off Nigel Farage and all that. So now they think it's okay to go around calling someone a fucking Nazi. Well, the only fucking Nazis about is themselves. Because they're the only ones that are sticking up for Hitler. And if they're that bothered about Israel, then go fucking live in Israel and do not come to the UK. I don't care if you're English or whatever you are. If you're English, then we deserve to chop your head off for being a traitor. Any English person that carries this on, they're getting their head chopped off.
It was a response to what was essentially
Then they're going in the pedo gang because they're obviously on the side of the pedos.
Richard Inman had on
pedo side, pedo gangs. You're going in the side platform with the pedos and all of them. How can they call Keir Starmer anything? How can any of these call Keir Starmer anything? The fucking thing, yeah, really. Keir Starmer's right. Maybe we might just keep Keir Starmer in and just fuck all this everybody else off. There's only Rupert Low.
I don't know what the reason for this is. I'm hoping to find out.
And you know what? There's only Rupert Low that Keir Starmer's not actually fucking going for.
I'm assuming it's Advance UK, so unless
I'm telling you now, there's only Rupert Low that Keir Starmer's not actually going for.
Last night's by-election for the Green
in a nasty, bad way. Obviously, I'm going for it because he wants to keep his thing in it. But what I'm saying,
now, in the previous video
he's only doing it politically to Rupert Low. He ain't doing it nastily. With Nigel Farage and that, you can't stand him. You can't stand Tommy Robinson. Now this is why people are worse. Some people are telling the truth about Tommy Robinson, aren't they?
Restore Britain is the answer, but you know that's a different video. We
can talk about that every time, but every time, mate, that Tommy Robinson has been slated, I try to put something in saying, "Now it can't be. It can't be. He's not that at all. He's not that at all."
And then at the end,
the people have backed him up. No more backing him up. No more feeling sorry for him for being in jail. He deserved everything he got.
For the so-called Green Party should have set off the nation's fire alarm. In fact,
oh mate, I don't give a fuck, you traitor bastard.
Should have received this morning one of those government warning text messages. You know, the ones that warn us of a
traitor. You traitor in Rupert Low, an Englishman, a fucking Englishman that's uncorrupted. Rupert Low is the most person that's uncorrupted in all this fucking country. I don't give a fuck about Gaza and Israel. I don't care, mate. I don't care.
We must congratulate the Islamic community for the lesson that
I don't care what they're doing. I don't want to congratulate anyone. The only person I'm congratulating is Rupert Low, you twat. Can't even stand you no more, Paul.
I'm just going to say, I don't think that was primarily
no, I can't stand him, mate, now. I can see it.
Jumped on a bandwagon, but I think the door was held open for them. I don't think this was an accident.
Was a lesson in unity.
No, you need a lesson, mate, and you need your head chopping off. And you need to know where you're going. Don't come back.
And Afghanistan have gone to war. Maybe that unity.
Yeah, mate, well, I don't want him back in any party. Stay away fucking Spain. Far away from England as you possibly can. And don't come on YouTube ever again. You don't have a right.
Couldn't even be bothered.
No, you couldn't be bothered, mate.
From which community those people will have come from.
No, you can't be bothered. You can't be bothered, Paul Fawn. You're a liar, traitor, mate. You're as bad as Keir Starmer.
I'm not sure I can agree.
They're all going in Keir Starmer's book, mate, for all lying.
Really had was
I've put Nigel Farage in Keir Starmer's book. We've got two TK. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm recording you, mate, because I'm not copywriting. I'm paying attention. You've got 2KT and 2T Nigel. You've got pedo Keir Starmer and pedo Nigel Farage. Now, Paul Fawn, Richard Hillman, and the rest of fucking Tommy Robinson's cronies, they're now joining Keir Starmer. They've now put themselves with Keir Starmer and Labour. So now they've all joined the pedo gangs, the 2TK gang, and the fucking pedo gangs. Because they're all a bunch of fucking liars. What's Keir Starmer a fucking liar? And what are these lot a fucking liar? So you're all, Paul Fawn, Tommy Robinson, Richard Hillman, and any other cronies of theirs, you little crony bastards. You little English white fucking trash. You dirty white piece of trash, you. You've got no right to call anyone else.
He tried his best here, but I don't think many people saw Advance UK as a genuine party that they could get behind. And that was really...
I know, mate, and then they've got a right to calling you as well, and anybody else. Who the fucking hell do they think they are? Stay fucking Spain, you twat. You ain't welcome in the UK ever again. Taking your passport, you're not from the UK, mate.
If it was a serious political force, then
Any
that just
English
should
person
not
that
have
is
happened.
English
And
that
then the
does it,
alternative was
they're getting thrown out of the country from
Reform
country.
UK. I
They
mean,
better stay where they
the
are.
amount of noise, and
Yeah, they
I
can
mean
make noise
bad
because he's in
noise
Spain
that's
and he's not
happened
in
with
England.
Reform
Dirty
UK over the
bastards.
last
Pedos, all of them.
year or so. And again, I mean,
All
I feel like
paedophiles.
a
We're all
broken
sticking
record,
up for
but
pedos,
you've
so
got
they're going in
Nigel
there.
Farage
But
going after Rupert Low, lying about him,
yeah,
putting Zaya Yusuf, Mohammed
yeah,
Yusuf in
them
charge
all
along with
lying
other
about
people
everything,
from the
mate.
Muslim community into his party, then electing a bunch of Tories, then lying about the
Yeah.
policies that he can enact or can't enact, and all of this. Like, I can keep going, but all of this just
I
left
know,
a
mate,
bad
and I've
feeling
just
in
said
people's
half of it
mouths.
for you.
So they're just not
All
gonna
of it
vote.
is the same.
Given the
It's the
choice
same as
between
Keir
a shit
Starmer.
party,
That's why
which
he's
is the
laughing.
Greens, a shit party, which is
Keir
Reform
Starmer's
UK,
laughing at
and
them.
a party that was irrelevant, which is Advance UK, people are just not going to bother because they don't have a choice. Apathy is
I
not
do
going
have
to
a
work.
choice, and
I
I'm
think they're
voting
waiting
Rupert
for
Low.
a genuine choice. They're not
And if
apathetic.
they think that I'm a Nazi, I'm not
They're
German.
pissed off.
I was going to say
They
they
are
need to.
sick to the
I'll tell you
teeth
what,
of
they
it.
need to go. I thought they were more educated as English people than the other lot of people. You know, the Muslims and all of these things, right? I'm not racist, right? But I thought they had more intellectual minds and better to thinking, look, you know, we're not. And then they're calling us a Nazi, fascist, or whatever. And they fucking notched. They've not ever. Go back to education, will they? What fucking schools did they go to? Because they're so thick and stupid, they don't deserve anything. I'll tell you what. How can they call me a Nazi? Well, look, I'm not fucking German. And I'm certainly not Japanese. The biggest fucking Nazis in the world are the Japanese. So they need to go and pay some more attention and get back to school. And stop being a traitor.
Having to vote for parties that don't represent them or haven't got a chance of winning.
Yeah.
And this, whilst the enemy
So the only people that are splitting all the votes
they've
is
merged,
themselves.
organised and actioned right in front of our
They're the
very
only people
eyes.
that split the
Again,
votes.
because they had a
them.
chance of winning. They got behind the party that has accepted them wholeheartedly. They even released videos in their own language in England. Even Nigel Farage won't admit what an Englishman is, so how the hell are the English?
I know, he won't admit where an Englishman
is.
is. Well, I'll tell him what an English person is. Me. My DNA is 98% English. I have one granddad and over 15, 16 great granddads. 15 and 16 great granddads I have. From England. From Yorkshire, York. From the Doomsday Book. And before then. My family had been through Civil War, the American Civil War, every single war and everything in this country. They were one of the first settlers that's been written about on the land. So I am not British. So do they need somebody like me to come and explain what being English is about? What English is, who somebody that is English is? Because maybe some of these ain't maybe not all fully English. Maybe some of them, like Tommy Robson, is part Irish, part English. So he's British. So we can't understand what somebody being English is about. Maybe they've got such a low IQ themselves that they haven't got a brain. Tommy Robson, he's got a fatwa on his head. Well, I'll tell you what, if he carries on with Israel and all that, well, I'm an English woman, and as part he's Irish, as an English lady, I have a right to chop his head off.
Even acknowledge them. At least the Greens are smart enough to understand
I was
that they
gonna
need
say.
to acknowledge their voter base. Doesn't matter how bad the voter base is. They had that lesson shut down straight away. Their election campaign was perfect.
Smart.
If you want to,
I thought they were meant to be smart.
bring a bunch of
Tommy Robinson and them people, mate. I thought they were meant to be smart. Come on.
So they knew what they were doing.
Well,
they
that's what
did
we
it
thought,
perfectly.
didn't we?
Whereas our parties, apart from Restore Britain, haven't got a clue
all
what
failed,
they're
yeah.
doing. They don't know how to speak to the native English people of this land, so of course they're going to stay home, aren't they?
And this, whilst the so-called patriotic movement in the United Kingdom absolutely tears itself apart from
No, it
within
doesn't.
and in public, arguing about who they're going to deport first in their fantasy victory.
Who were deported
Careful
first is
now.
you lot.
Careful. There's only one kind of people that are currently trying to split people apart.
And that's
Everyone that I
them.
speak to is for Restore Britain. Every single person that I speak to is genuinely.
And I've
for
never,
the
I'll tell you another thing as
Restore
well.
Britain. That is.
I am 43 years old. An English woman, fully English. 98% DNA, English. Right? I have never voted in my whole entire life. This will be the first time I put a vote in. You know why? It's because I'm right. Correct. First time I put a vote in, I'm getting my vote correct. For the right person, for the right reasons. This lot, you, mate, I thought you had a better IQ than you did Paul Farn. I thought, you know, you're just as bad as Keir Starmer, mate. All of them. You're all the same. You're all going to Keir Starmer's book. Pedos and liars. Two traitors. Two-time traitors.
One party that they were.
How can they call Keir Starmer?
Now, Nigel Farage, he will try and split the vote. I don't think Advance UK can do that, as we saw in the election that just happened now.
Yeah.
You've got 164 votes. You didn't split anything. And that's just the fact of the matter. So I'm not worried about Advance UK splitting the vote. I am worried about
Reform.
Nigel Farage splitting the vote. He is
I'm worried about him, but I've got to have to hold this thing. I've got to have to hold. I am
absolutely nothing.
begging Keir Starmer to do something right for one.
That's the danger.
He's going down, 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 and I hope he does one thing right as he's going down, 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 and that's take Nigel Farage with him.
Is a game then. They look past.
That's what I'm going to hope. You know, I've already said if he's
going
going down, 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 then he might as well take a few other people down, down, down.
And then as soon as they got
throw
into
them
power,
under the bus
they
now.
disposed
Might as well
of
throw
them.
Nigel under the bus as well,
Zach
innit?
Polanski should stay as far away from any tall buildings as possible if an Islamist party like the Green Party ever got
They
into
don't
power.
like
That
gays,
guy
they
should
won't
pretty
like
much
gay
get out
people,
of
they
the
don't
country as
like
soon as
women.
possible.
I mean, the women in their party, they don't like her.
And when do you
She's
think that
fucking
Keir-
English, or
when do you
whatever
think
she
that
is,
Keir
like
Hardie,
me,
if
she's
they
just a
won the election,
traitor.
if they actually won the election, gained power, installed Sharia law, do you think
I was going to say, they'd probably prefer someone like me that's not a traitor to my own country, mate, than preferring someone that's a traitor.
You have to understand that
And I like
people
her.
lie.
I was going to say,
Like
some
all
of
the
these
time.
Muslims
It's
probably prefer
remarkable,
somebody
actually,
like
how much
me,
people believe,
people
just
that are not
face
traitors
value,
and
the
liars,
things that people say,
than
the
somebody
things
that's a
that they do.
traitor
It's
and a
like
liar.
they've never met someone that was duplicitous or that actually promised something, pretended to be something, while all along they were something
Anything
completely
else?
different.
That's Nigel
I mean, we
Farage
just
and
saw
then
it
what?
with Nigel
Tommy
Farage.
Robinson.
It's a lesson that people
And
need to
I
learn.
was going to say, I mean, you would have thought that Tommy
It is a
Robinson would
hard
have learned his lesson, wouldn't you?
Someone with whom they can't even shake hands
And
with.
I won't shake hands now with you, what, mate? Because fuck off, you traitor does him. Stay in Spain, you traitor.
And they did all
Stay
of this
fucking Spain, because
for
you're
one
not welcome
reason.
on this island
They
ever again.
united to get their
You're
own
not
way.
English.
And
You're
they
in
won.
Keir Starmer's book now, all of you.
That is what unity does. And they
And I
know
won't
it.
take it
Meanwhile,
back.
I think he's misconstruing
Constructing.
unity for
Yeah, well, if you misconstruct me,
duplicitous
stay in Spain,
agenda
can't
and a
because he's not welcome back in this
long-term
country.
strategy. These are not united people. They're not united under any
They're not
banner.
welcome
They're
back
not-
in England.
It is very naive to think
Why do we want
that
English
Muslims
traitors?
will ever accept a openly homosexual
No, they
Jewish man
won't.
as their leader. Now, in the short term,
Yeah.
they will do that.
Because like in
it's
the
a means
short
to an
term,
end.
that's what they
But
did.
the
Reform by
naivety
use
saying that
fucking
that
the
is something
grooming
that they're
gangs and
happy
all that.
doing. Don't know
And
about
then
that
they
one.
fucked it all off when they got a bit bigger and a bit louder.
Rupert Low wasn't even capable of uniting with another party.
Well, he hasn't, because they're lying, mate. No, it's not Rupert Low, it's Ben Lebeev that's not capable of joining with Restore, other way round.
Constantly lie. Remember, he said he could deporting hundreds of thousands of people was
All
a
the way
political
round, Paul
impossibility. Going against Islam politically would cause him to lose. These are all words that he said, and those are the
And I don't know now if Ben
opposite
Lebeev
words
is a bit of a
what Rupert Low said.
traitor as being a
And when you say the
Pakistani person, is he?
right-wing movement of
Well, there's another
reform,
traitor then.
Restore Britain. Well, they just got 100,000 members in what, 9 days? The fastest growing
Changes to
political
everything he's been
party in
saying.
history. I think we're on the wrong. I think you're on the wrong page here. I think we're
Yeah, I was going to
definitely
say, they're on
coming
the
at
wrong
this from two
pages,
different
mate, as
sides.
everybody else. I don't know
While
what
Nigel
planet they're
Farage
on.
still
Because they ain't on the same
refuses
planet as
to
us.
accept the
Have to be
votes from
smoking some
any of
wacky
that
backy,
lot.
these bastards. So
Has
what?
the penny
Be
not
smoking
dropped
some
yet,
wacky
Nigel?
backy, mate.
The only politician who sought to
You're not talking
truly
sense
unite
anymore.
us all
It don't make
and
sense.
pass the
Yeah, I was going to
differences
say, mate, he actually
was
don't
Ben
make sense.
Habib.
It sounds like Keir
And
Starmer
yes, I know
bunched,
you're going
buddled
to call
up.
me biased. You're going to
The
say
reason
that
why
I
Keir
have a
Starmer sounds all
vested
buddled up
interest
is
in
because he's
Ben
lying.
and Advance UK. So this morning, I'm going to put
Come
Yeah.
on then, tell me how you're not.
my money where my
I don't
mouth
believe
is,
you.
and I'm going to prove to everyone that
Don't
my
believe you now, you're a
support
liar.
has always been for unity.
Don't
that
believe
leads
Tommy
to
Robson ever
victory.
again now.
And
I've
I'm
loved
sorry.
Tommy Robson's songs.
Everything that you said up to now is the opposite of unity. You're kind of poo-pooing Restore Britain, which is, again, the fastest growing political party, a true
And what
right-wing
party are they
party,
going to
a
join,
party
like
that
I said
represents
before?
the native
They're
people.
going to go back to
The people that
reform
you
now,
were just
are
complaining
they?
about,
Traitor
like
it and they
what,
go
a few
back to
minutes ago,
reform.
saying that they couldn't be bothered to vote.
So
Guess
if
what?
he's going to
Let's
come out
change
of the
that.
van, what party is he
A party
voting
that
for now?
represents them, a party that
Because
is
we don't want him in
full
this
of
store now. Stay
ex-Tories
away.
and quislings.
Stay the
A party
fuck
that isn't full
away.
of liars.
I was going to say, mate, you
People
can
that
stay away,
gaslight
mate.
you.
Nastiness. Richard
mean,
Ullman came out. Nastiness,
You're
mate. You
writing
can
this
stay
story.
away.
nothing
Stay
else.
fucking
I'm
Northern
not
Ireland.
using a script.
else. Because let's face it, over the
Let's
last
face
couple of
it.
weeks or so, we've all witnessed a significant and deeply troubling divide unfold within the right-hand side of politics.
Okay, are you about to divide us?
Try to,
The
yeah.
tone and nature of many exchanges
He's going to
has
try
been
to, it's not going to
extremely
work.
troubling
Fuck
for
you
someone
now.
who is really only
Fuck him.
interested
Fuck
in
you,
winning
Paul Farn.
and
Stay
not
fucking
division.
Spain. You're a
And
fucking traitor. Chopping your head off. Them better stay out of England because I'm looking for these bastards.
I
I'm
guess the
looking.
English people are interested
I'm
in
looking
winning.
to
It's
chop your
just
head
we're
off.
not interested in winning at all costs because that would mean
And I have
abandoning
every right.
principles and siding with people
I
who
have
you
every
don't
right,
trust
mate.
or you don't
I have
respect,
every right.
or who have
Not
ulterior
inciting
motives
violence.
or ulterior
But I have every right to
agendas
say
that
what I'm
you
saying.
don't align with. And if you
I'm
do
aligning
that,
them with
from the
paedophiles
very
with Keir
beginning,
Starmer. They're all in
then I
Keir
think
Starmer's
whatever
book.
movement you have is doomed
They're all
to fail.
pedos like Keir Starmer.
if I'm honest, I'm
If I'm
not
honest.
done with trying
You're all
to
going in his
entertain
book.
and
You're all on the
repair
same
a
page
divide
as him, so you can all
that
get in his
should
fucking
never
gang.
have bloody existed
Bye.
in the first place. And this
Sorry guys, I'm not done. I will continue to try and bring
And I
everyone
thought the
around
whole
umbrella,
point
the
of
same
all
banner,
of
and that is
these
Restore
things,
Britain. Let's
right,
do it.
regarding if you like each other or not, I thought the whole point of this was to be on the same page and getting Labour out.
meant to unite and not fracture us. So this morning, after the
So it
Greens
seems
have
like
taught
they're
us a
all
lesson
there
in
more
unity,
for Labour than they
I've
are for anyone
taken
else.
the
So
very
now they're in their
difficult
books.
decision to step away from any party political bias.
Good. Well,
And I
fuck
have
you, get out.
resigned
Don't
my
come back to
position
England.
from Advance
You're not
UK
welcome, you twat.
and indeed its college.
Neither
And
is
this
Tommy
is not-
Robinson.
No, I don't watch
He's not
your vlogs,
welcome.
so you'll have to apologise. It's nothing personal. I just, I guess, different generation and all that
And then
stuff.
because
But
Tommy
I've been told
Robinson's
before
got a
that
fat wire on
he's
his head,
quit
he's tried to
politics or
put that
talking
on
about
somebody
politics
else.
before and then
He's trying to
came
put
back.
that
So
onto
I don't
someone
know
else.
whether that's like something that
Cheap,
is
that
truthful,
mate.
whether
No,
he's
that's
going to be
not.
completely neutral, whether
That
he's
is
going to
just.
stop talking about politics altogether.
And everyone, even when he got the fat wire on his head, I've been singing up for Tommy Robinson all this
I
time,
think I've
man.
been pretty clear with
Everybody,
that. So
a lot
I'll
of
think
people
I'll
are.
keep our message
No,
going.
mate. And this
And
is
I'm
why
gonna
I'm fucking
convince
saying what I'm
people
saying.
why they should do it.
They're not
try and
convincing me no
browbeat
more.
them
They
into
won't.
it,
They
not
don't
try and
convince me
gaslight
anymore,
them
mate.
into
They're
it,
not
not try and
gaslighting
call
me
them
now.
names and
Yep.
shame them into it.
They
No,
won't
I'm
be
just
doing
gonna
that to
convince
me
you
now,
by
chopping
showing
their heads
the
off,
things
mate.
he says and the things he does, and hopefully that'll do it.
Bringing the death penalty back for English people like these traitors. Chopping heads, unquartered and chopped up.
We have 3 long years before the next general election, and from this point forward,
For once we're not actually talking about, for once we're not talking about Islam, we're actually talking about the English traitors that traitor in England, which are just as bad as the Muslims doing what they're doing. But it is.
Any single party or a leader.
It is. It is as bad.
He's doing it for unity.
He's not doing it for unity. They're doing it for themselves, like you're saying.
But I mean, when he saw the results of that by-election, and he saw 164 votes. I might have got that wrong by a few votes, but it's not many. I think the writing was on the wall.
Writing's on the
It's
wall, they're
fine
getting
doing
gone.
a grandiose speech about how you're going to do the honourable thing, the hard thing, but I think the writing's on the wall. I think that party's done, and the support has been leaching away from them for quite a while, I believe, since Restore Britain announced itself.
Well,
It is just a matter of time before the party falls apart. There's nothing wrong with changing your mind, by the way. I think that's actually more courageous, just to come out and say, you know what, I got something wrong.
yeah.
I'm changing my mind, and I'm going to be 100% behind the party that I think is going to win and represent the people the most. I think that's actually a lot braver.
Yeah.
You see,
But if
I
he's not
personally
admitting
have
that you've
no
got it a bit
political
wrong, then you need
ambitions,
to
just one ambition:
fuck off.
to win.
You can't be a
for all
man.
of us.
If you can't
And
be
in
a man,
politics,
is he a man or a
all of
mouse?
us is the thing that sticks in my craw, because I don't want to win for everyone, guys, I'll be honest.
Because honest, decent
We haven't
people,
won anything in a while.
I was going to say, mate,
We haven't
honest,
been
decent
represented in a
people,
while. So,
man or woman, you
although,
make a mistake. Like you're
the
saying,
Restore Britain
you
is
think,
not going
oh,
to be an
and I've made a few
ethno-national
mistakes.
party where they
I really am,
every
like with that
single
June
person of
Slater
colour.
and all
It
that.
will be a party that represents the
Alex
British
Phillips and
Britons,
that.
the Britons
I mean,
first. So the Scottish, the Northern Irish, the Welsh, and the
I
English.
thought they were
They
all
will be the main focus
on the side of
party,
the
and I think
people.
that is
On the side, I
fundamental
thought that
to gain
the
its
top
support,
TV and
and
stuff
I
were
think it's
doing really
fundamental
well
to
for
the
the
future of
people.
this country.
I thought they were doing really well to
I'll be
beat
the vehicle
BBC and
for
fucking
you, see, and I
ITV and all the
refuse to let it
corruption of it.
consume our
But
mission
now
of
they're all
winning our
showing it
country
all.
back
No, you
from those that
corrupted,
wish to
Paul. If
destroy
you
it.
don't
And some of
apologise
those
to
people
Rupert, if you
were
don't
elected
apologise,
last
don't
time.
care, don't you have to
So,
apologise to
I will
Rupert Low,
continue
mate.
to give the people of West
Apologise.
Wales continue to
Apologise.
try and learn
Live.
and talk politics.
Paul
We will
Thorne.
continue
If
to
you,
support
I
each
mean,
other.
I'm putting you
And
in
we
the
will
pedo gang.
continue to tell the
You
truth.
apologise,
And if,
tell the truth and
like all
apologise,
human
or you're in the
beings, I make
pedo
some
gangs.
mistakes along the
Be
way,
a
then at
decent
least
man
you all
and
know that they're
apologise.
genuine. And I was warned that politics is a dirty game. The truth is, it's far dirtier and far more complex than I'd ever imagined.
Yeah, and you haven't got what it takes to deal with it, you fucking mouse.
I'll be honest.
No, it's not.
As we found out with the Green Party, if they give the people that they represent what they want, they win.
Yep.
If Restore Britain gives the people what they want,
They'll win.
they'll win. I think
They'll
it's a very
win
simple
Keir
way.
Starmer. Rupert Low is the only man that's going to be able to win Keir Starmer.
With Blairism, with the lying
I'm going to say, because he's the only one that's not corrupted. He's the only one that hasn't lied and he's not corrupted.
I guess that's where it becomes slippery.
So this is why, when this is what I'm saying, the only person that can beat Starmer on all of this is Rupert Low, is somebody that's not involved with all of it.
Where it could get difficult. But if you're just an honest man doing honest things, saying honest things, trying to do honest things, I think the political landscape is extremely simple.
Yep, and if he apologises, fair enough, I'll take back what I've said. I'll take back what I've said if he apologises.
Almost impossible.
But otherwise, fucking do one.
And from the inside, Ben Habib has shown a genuine
He has, yeah, and I'm fuming with Ben Habib, mate. He has, yeah, and I've stuck up for Ben Habib. I wrote to you, mate, with a party that I put together. Rupert Low, Nick from UKIP, Ben Habib. I put Suella Braverman, Liz Truss. I put yous together for the project, for the Pledge project, and the free speech and everything. I put Tommy Robson to be Lord Mayor.
It's implied that the people that don't want to vote for Ben Habib are racists. That sounds like the.
Well, I'm not racist because I put Ben Habib in my party.
Really
and I put Suella Braverman in the party.
That's it.
Right? And I thought, when Suella Braverman went to there, over to the farm, I thought, flip. So I thought, right, I've made a mistake with her.
Don't air your dirty
laundry. Okay.
Don't try and smash things. Don't try and throw their toys out of the pram or smash things up. Just get behind the party that's winning. And yes, he did offer the olive branch out to Rupert Low. It wasn't accepted. Maybe because of some of the people that were in Advance UK. Who knows? But for whatever reason, it wasn't accepted. And I trust that Rupert Low has a genuine reason for not doing that.
And he's right. Yeah, well, the reason is there now, mate. The reason is because of these Slater traitors.
Has a chance of winning.
Movement. And he does it all for the good of the greater cause. So we move on. Rupert Low is now apparently the new Messiah, and for what it's worth, I will
See, why would you say something like that?
For what it's worth. You're not
That's a
welcome.
bit of a snide comment.
Yeah, I was going to
isn't
say,
it? The new
Rupert Low doesn't
Messiah.
want you, mate. Fuck
I think
off.
they actually called him Caesar, by the way. But again, that was just tongue in cheek. They
Yeah.
don't actually want him to be a dictator. They want him to be a strongman. That's why they used the metaphor of Caesar.
Yeah, well,
or
the
analogy.
traitor, you've traited
So,
Rupert Low, so you
you know,
can
comments
fuck
like
off.
that, they don't help.
Parfine.
You're not stupid. I think the majority of people watching you
Fuck
can see
Parfine,
through
cheeky
that kind of
bastard.
comment.
Stay fucking
And
spare.
maybe they agree with you, and that's why you're doing it. But I think the majority of people watching
And
this
then
will
fucking
probably
Tommy Robson
not appreciate that kind of
thinks he's got
language.
fatwa.
For him, my support. Not because I'm
Well, I
overly
put
fond of
fatwa
him
on
or
his
some
head,
of the
and I'm
people
English,
that
I'm going to
surround
chop
him,
it
but
off.
because I hope to encourage them all to understand that only unity
carries
will
on.
bring us a victory. And that a mere 100,000 enthusiastic, pissed off...
I don't want you to join me, Star, now.
Does the Tory party only have 120,000 members right now? And within 9 days, Restore Britain has got 100,000 members. And after, what was it, 3 years, 4 years, Advance UK only had 40,000. So this kind of language,
It's stupid.
this is the language of division. This doesn't help anyone. The snide little comments that you're slipping in here is not helping you. It's not helping you. Never mind, like, the country.
Not welcome to stay Spain. Not welcome back in England.
Will not win him a general election.
Sorry, I'll go back. What was he talking about? Social media there?
Enthusiastic, pissed off, so to understand that only unity will bring us a victory.
Pissed off, dickhead.
And that a mere 100,000 enthusiastic, pissed off, super hard right, noisy on social media members.
Cheeky bastard.
Oh, well, that sounds fucking unifying, doesn't it?
Cheeky bastard, Parfine.
Doesn't your entire life consist of being online? I'm just wondering.
Yep.
I kind of feel as though
Traitors,
this message
mate.
is trying to do the opposite of what he's saying it's supposed to do, because all the things that he's saying is not really feeling like a unifying message. It feels like someone that's bitter and having a go at the people that didn't support him or didn't trust him or didn't believe in him.
I don't
didn't
believe
join
in him
Advance
now.
UK or
I'm glad I didn't join Advance UK now.
Reform UK.
And I'm glad I've not joined Reform UK.
Not win him a general
I'm glad I've not joined any of them apart from I've joined Rupert Low.
Defeat at the hands of the Islamic vote last
See, now
night.
you can tell that somebody like me is actually genuine. Because I've got nothing to prove, I've got nothing to lie about.
Yeah, again, we're going back to the previous point that you made.
I'm not a YouTube person, I'm not a person in any sort of society much of.
And they didn't want to vote for Reform UK. They just don't want to vote for a party that doesn't represent them. It's as simple as that.
And I'm not voting for them, what, the traitor bastards.
With the signs outside the Turkish
Chopping
barber
Tommy
shops and
Robson's head off.
the halal takeaways.
Fuck
that
off.
doesn't represent the English, so why would they vote for them? So you're right, in a way, they do need to unify, but not with Reform UK, a party that doesn't represent them.
We must be
motivated. I'm not doing it with them.
We must come together.
And we're not doing it with you. Now we know who the traitors are.
Minor differences. And if we fail
a lot
to
of
do that,
traitors,
then we are finished. Last night's by-election result surely...
I just want to say, I'm going to finish now. Right? If you want to look past minor differences, then probably stop with the slimy rhetoric and the subtle digs, because that's not helping. Stop calling people racists and ethno-nationalists.
How can you call us a racist? They've been called racist all this time.
That would help. Get behind the cause.
That would help.
I'm sure you've got a lot of subscribers. You've got 308,000 subscribers. So you've got people that listen to you. You've got people that watch you. And you know that. And yet, you're talking about unifying people.
Well, he did have all them people. Now they believe in his channel because now they don't want to know. He did have a life, he did have a career. People did like Parfine, and I did like Parfine, but he's changed my mind. The thing is how you can change my mind very quickly, mate. You change my mind very quickly. Took all that time to build his channel up and everything up, and now you've failed it. Took all that time to build it up, and now it'll come crashing down like a ton of fucking bricks.
You're going to choose. Alright.
Cheeky bastards.
Alright, Paul.
Cheeky, dirty cunts.
Good luck. Good luck trying to convince people
bastards, mate.
Jump on a sinking ship.
You're not just convincing me.
Literally the opposite of human nature, but good luck.
And as an English
And
woman, I have a right to
I want
chop
to
their
mention
heads
something
off.
else, right? This is another thing that's coming out. It's more or less the same stuff. The Baraka Shaw Network. While the right is just fighting each other, the left are strategically uniting with Muslims and grabbing power. They do not align theological, morally, or politically. Theological. But they came together for one reason: power. While the right, I mean, that's not a good reason to come together, because again, we're going back to that previous point. Do you think these people will stick together once the actual people who really desire the power
because
claim
they might as well give
it,
themselves
when they are
applause,
so
mate.
ideologically opposed to the people that they're joined hands
Because
with?
basically, they've done
While the right is
what
arguing
Reform
about who's British,
what Nigel
which
Farage
is
wanted them to
fundamental,
do.
and it is the great unifier, and I think that's why we're getting so much pushback with this. Which Blackie is going to get deported first, or which, or worse, some are posting videos of Benito Mussolini marching in the 1920s and titling "We Are So Black." How many people are doing that out of the entire country? Is it like 3 people?
Or they
They
think
just
like
ignore
Tommy
them.
Robson's get caught.
Just get on with your life. But the left holding hands with Muslims continue to advance forward unchallenged. Isn't that weird that he used the same analogy as me, holding hands? Yeah, they're going to hold hands with the left right up to the top floor of the fucking tallest building, and then bye-bye. Wake up, or walk up and unite for a greater cause. And then James Goddard says, it's a shit show because your side are constantly pushing right. James Goddard, if you're a leftist, which
Tommy
are
Robson's
campaigning
scared of all
for
the
remigration
Muslims.
since
He's got
2017.
a fatwa on his head and now he's
know
left
where
the
he lands
UK.
on this, but I'm guessing he's on
Well,
the
I
right.
tell you what,
But I don't think this guy is
if
on
he's
the
not
right.
scared of
Maybe
Muslims,
he's
I tell you
that,
what,
maybe he's a
he should be
centre-leftist.
even fucking
And
scared of the proper
that's
English
the thing that
people
you've got
like
to be
me.
aware of.
I was going to say, mate, they need to be aware of the proper English people. Not the Muslim people that'll chop their heads off. People like
but I think
me.
what we're really doing is just
What, will chop the fucking
pulling
head
the
off? Give me
veil
a
away
sword
so
and
you
I'll
can
chop
see who
Tommy
you're really
Robson's head
talking
off.
to.
I'll do
And
Keir Starmer a favour.
agree with me or not disagree
I'll
with
do
me.
Muslims a favour.
I'm going to keep going.
I'll do them a favour and I'll do it
instead
instead of them, mate.
Of hope.
I'll show the Muslims and the jihad whoever they are how to do a proper job.
Convince you for this. I just need to show you what
Of chopping
Rupert
fucking
Low is
someone's
saying.
head off.
I need to show you what he's doing. And if you don't agree with that, then I would consider you joining the Green Party.
I won't be joining the Green
You might
Party.
agree with them more. Or stick with Labour. If you're
I've just said that. They might as well stick with Labour because they're all in Labour's books. They might as well stick with Keir Starmer, them lot, because they're all in his book, mate.
But if you do agree with what he's saying, then there's absolutely no reason not to vote for him. And also, there's this thing about character. Do you trust someone?
Yes, I trust Rupert Low.
Have they ever flip-flopped?
No, Rupert Low hasn't flip-flopped. And he hasn't lied.
Get someone arrested
no.
Their career
Is he corrupted? No. And I thought that's what Tommy Robson and them wanted, someone that wasn't corrupted to take over being the government, to take Keir Starmer out.
I'd applaud you and I would say, come home. Come home and come to restore Britain.
Yeah. And if you can't do that, then you can leave. I don't want Paul Farn and them in Rupert Low's party. I don't want them in Rupert Low's party. Now they can fuck off. Here's the proper English people like me, where my family come from. My family have been these soldiers from Yorkshire, York. And as you see, I have the right as an English woman to chop their fucking heads off, a traitor in our country. Any English man that does that, you get your head chopped off by an English woman. Like I just said, I'll show fucking Islam and whoever how to be a person, how to chop their heads off properly. They've traited their own granddads in, Paul Farn and Richard Hillman and all them. I hope they know what they've done by saying what they've said. I hope they know what they've done by saying what they've said. I used to like Tommy Robson's song as well and that. Thanks for that, mate. But I used to like Tommy Robson and that, and it's kind of a bit heartbreaking. I'm very angry. I'm very fucking angry with Tommy Robson. I am so angry with Tommy Robson. I'm so angry I want to chop his fucking head off. This is how I feel about him. He's with Keir Starmer, all of him. Because I will make a Starmer and you, Jew Slater, you fucking traitor bitch.
So what do we...
Fuck off, traitor. Don't like traitors no more. They can all do one. Every last single traitor.
Well, guys, I'm back. Sorry for my extended absence, but family illness, then a loss in the family forced me to take time off.
God bless you,
more time
mate.
than I expected. But now I've returned, I guess we should start with the big story of the day, which is this Gorton and Denton by-election that apparently has been won by the Greens because people in Manchester are as deranged as people from Brighton or London, it would
Well,
seem.
I'm not.
But I doubt
But
that
that's
shocks
because
any
of
does it?
Paul
It's
Thorne
like
and
the Scots
fucking
being anti-British,
them what
we call them
Nigel
shit
Farage
stones.
and that. Give him
But what is
Paul
different with
Thorne,
this
fucking
by-election is
Tommy
the
Robson
accusations coming
and
out
Richard
even
Hillman.
before the
Don't
votes
ever
counted,
step
relating
foot on
to
English
claims
soil
of
ever
illegal
again.
family voting and
Because
possibly
I'll
on a
chop
massive
your head
scale
off.
based on the reports.
Don't push me to it, mate, because I'm going to do it.
Well, not that shot.
Now, for those who don't
And
know,
if the
family
Islams,
voting
if
is
the
legal
Muslims have any
practice
brain,
where
they'd
both
chop your
members
heads
of the
off as well.
household enter a polling booth together or confer to influence each other's vote. It's considered a breach of the secret ballot
They're
because it allows one
disgrace to our
person to
country.
direct or monitor how another casts their vote.
King.
This
No,
was made
the
illegal in
mate.
2023, which was
Disgrace.
suggested
Calling
inactive for years,
Rupert
and
Low,
yet
the
more news
mate.
that I'm sure shocks absolutely fucking no one. Now, before we really get balls deep into the accusations of
Tommy
election
Robinson,
skullduggery,
you go
we
fuck
should
yourself,
quickly
mate.
grasp the desperate
I'm
lessons
Caroline
from
Poynton
spring
from
and
Manchester,
reform
Bury.
slowly they lost this
I'll give you my
by-election,
address
which
and
I
my
think
phone
a
number.
few
I'm not
people
scared
like.
of you.
Here's just a few of those, including the country's most unwanted communist idiot that actually called the accusations racist.
They need to be scared of me. And what I'll do to them.
Doing this without anyone actually saying it, but I doubt you lot needed me to spell that out, do ya?
Look at this. This is how Gorton and Denton split down by ethnic minority. And you can see in one
And the
part,
rest of them.
there is a large South Asian community in the sort of Gorton heart, whereas the Denton part is almost overwhelmingly white. And I think most Reform people would say that they were trying to mine voters in this part of the constituency, but here,
Today, Francis, look what you've just done. Reform didn't even win anyway, so fuck them.
I was in Gorton.
See?
And
Good,
just
because Reform
trying to
can't
speak
win
to people. I did
shit.
speak to
They've just
a
proved
number
it.
of members of
They've
the
just
South Asian
proved that they ain't
community.
strong
And
enough to
then
win
my husband
shite.
just back.
Matt
And I
Goodwin,
was
he's
quite
another little
struck by
bastard.
that. Obviously,
Matt
And
fucking
let's be
Goodwin.
honest
He's
here,
not,
Reform
he
even
looks
getting
fucking, I was
more
going
than
to say his
a
face,
couple
Matt
of
Goodwin's
percent
face
in the
doesn't
latest
fit
poll
there
the voters
anyway.
showing regardless of
He doesn't
anything.
fit there.
Now, though, the claims of salty election opposition might have actually held water
He doesn't
if the
fit to be an
accusations came
MP.
from Reform or even the Labour Party, but they didn't. Instead, they came from some internationally accredited democracy group that actually checks this shit out. A revelation that I'm sure has pissed off many of these desperate imbeciles, hoping it was just Reform refusing to accept the result. Which is funny, because if Reform had won and this democracy group then claimed election skullduggery had taken place, the same people calling it racist or bad losers would be crying on TV about stolen elections. You know, like we see during Brexit, you might remember. Shit, we still see it now, actually. But these accusations are pretty damning because it suggests that this illegal practice was fucking right yesterday. It states election observer group Democracy Volunteers claim to have witnessed the illegal practice in 68% of 22 polling stations monitored. So they monitored about half of the total polling stations, and in 68% of them they found this. It goes on, in a statement, Democracy Volunteers, which had 4 volunteers working at the by-election, said, "Today we have seen concerningly high levels of family voting in Gorton and Denton. Based on our assessment of today's observations, we have seen the highest level of family voting at any election in our 10-year history of observing elections in the UK. So, the highest level ever, which means this has always been happening, but until 2023 it wasn't actually illegal, and now they're catching them doing it in record numbers." The
Oh, well.
organisation said it
There's
attended 22 of the
Maybe one
45
reform.
polling stations in the constituency, spending 30
Yeah,
to
if it was
45
Restore, they
minutes in
wouldn't
each,
have
and
won.
witnessed family voting in 15
Yeah, if
of the
Restore,
22
this was
polling
Rupert Low, they
stations
would not have
observed.
won.
The group said
If
they
it was
observed
Rupert Low, the Greens would not have won
545
shit.
individuals casting their
So
vote,
because of
saw
all them
32 cases of
stupid,
family
traitory
voting in
bastards
total,
like Tommy
including 9
Robinson,
cases in one polling
thanks Tommy
station.
Robinson. Have you
Fuck
seen what
me.
you've done,
Which surely
Tommy
means if they
Robinson?
can spend such a short amount
Thanks
of
to
time
you,
in
you
any given
disgracing
polling
little English
station and seeing this
twats.
happen in any
You
number
fucking
they
traitor
claim,
in half
tells me they
Irish,
must
half
be acting
English,
on
whatever you
massive
fucking
fucking
think you
scale,
are.
'cause they only spend
Right.
30 or 45 minutes in
Fucking
each.
stay where
Shit,
you
and that's
are.
how many they'd see if observers
Because I
were
want
present
chop your head off
100%
now.
of the time,
I'm
which,
putting a
let's be
fat
honest,
wear
should
on
be
your head
happening,
from
you
the
would
English
bloody think.
people.
I mean, it would
The
be
English
common
will chop
sense
your head
after
off
all,
because I'll
wouldn't
do
it?
it.
In fact, yes, it would,
Thanks to
especially when
you.
you read
Thanks
this
to
bit.
you and your
John Lew,
bastard
Director of
cronies.
Democracy Volunteers, said, "We rarely issue a report on the night of an election, but
Shame
the data
on
being
them.
collected today
Shame on
family
Paul
voting when
Farn.
compared
Shame
to
on
other
Richard
regional
Hillman.
by-elections is
Shame on
extremely
Tommy
high.
Robinson, the
In other recent
traitor.
parliamentary by-elections in Runcorn and Helsby, we saw family voting in 12% of polling stations, affecting 1%
And I
of
don't have to
voters.
call
In
anybody else. I
Dorset,
ain't
Jedburgh,
calling
we
the
observed
Muslims. I'm
family
not
voting
calling
in
them for winning.
68% of
I'm
polling
calling the
stations, affecting
traitors.
12% of those
The
voters
English
observed.
fucking men
12 fucking
that said
percent.
they were
That's
men.
enough to swing a seat if the right demographic is
Men.
there to take part in
They're
this
not
sort of
fucking
scumbag
men.
move. And if I remember correctly, the actual gap between Reform
They're
and
not a
the Greens
man.
was bloody 12%, which I guess just tells you how fucked up our
I'm more of a
electoral
man
system
than
is.
therell ever be, and
I
I'm
mean,
a
we have
fucking
moral
woman.
voting blocks not only swinging elections, but
I've got
possibly
more
doing it with
balls and
unfly
more
scumbag
guts as a
tactics
fucking
to
woman than
obtain
any of them
reform.
have got for being a
And to
man.
top it all off, the government
You
would feel
fucking
you the
cowarding
right for noticing
traitors.
it,
Cowards
and
you are.
thinking something could be
Cowards,
done to
Tommy
stop and
Robinson,
reverse
you
the
are.
madness. But
Come and
shit,
face a
it won't
fucking
be the
English
Mormon
woman
Bread
like me, you
Manchester
coward.
being observed escorting their family members into voting booths, will it? Previous scandals like in Tower Hamlets are proof of that if ever you bloody needed it. Now, obviously, the question we do have to get answered now is what will come of these accusations, because from what I can tell, this illegal practice might well have won the Greens this vote, which if so means it should
Well,
be
they have won
instantly
it,
null and
mate.
void with
Oh,
anyone
no, they're
caught
probably
doing
trying to
it
say it's
punished
corrupted. Well, they're
severely.
probably not corrupted
I
it. They
doubt
might
that
have
will
corrupted it.
actually
Who
happen,
knows
as
with
I'm
it?
sure other parties usually benefit from similar skullduggery.
But at the end of the
But
day,
it does show you just how
Reform's
worthless
just
our
proved it now.
voting
They're not going to
system
win
is.
shit.
Which I guess just makes true the saying that we won't vote our way out of this shit show anytime soon, or ever if this statement's to be believed.
No.
The leading pollster, Robert Hayward, who authored the legislation that outlawed family voting, told The Independent he may want to raise the matter with the Electoral Commission. We have accusations
And I'm
of
blaming
illegal
people
voting.
now. Yeah, I am.
Maybe we should notify
Start
the old
holding
devil to start
people
nicking
responsible.
for electoral fraud. Shit,
They
maybe
should be
even
held
the people
accountable.
working in the polling stations that did nothing when multiple people
I'm
entered
going to
the
hold
same
people
booth should
accountable.
be
I'm going to chop
arrested
Tommy
since
Robson's
it's
head off.
illegal after all.
I'm the first
Just an
English woman to
idea,
say I'm
a
going to
radical
chop his
one these
fucking
days,
head
I know,
off.
but an idea all the bloody same. Shit, you would be sure
And I have
if
a
it was
right.
reform and
I've
this
been
was all on
groomed
the
by
up and
grooming
foot, the old
gangs.
bill, the police,
No,
the
not by
media
just
and every other
Pakistani
hotspot
grooming
would be
gangs.
screaming from
By
the
the
rooftops
government.
and fucking all over it. Instead, we'll get silence.
And I have a
while betting
fucking
prices.
right.
We were elected into government to change millions of lives for the better.
You fucking demented.
Well, they've all come in your book, mate. They're all in Keir Starmer's book now. They're all pedos. Pedophiles, all of them. Tommy Robinson, a pedo. You joined his books and now you're a fucking pedo. And any pedos, I have a right to chop their heads off. Considering I was child abused, sexually abused as a child. And I'm English, so that gives me a right to chop people's heads off like that. Traitoring bastards. Traitor dirty cunts they are. Tommy Robson is. They are. I'm not having it. I'm not having them doing that. To Rupert Low. I'm fucking had enough of the bastards. We've had enough of them. We don't want them anymore. Don't want traitors. It's fucking crime scene, alright? Well, it will be when I chop Tommy Robinson's head off. Fuck it, I'll go stylish. Style for chopping his head off. Fucking traitoring pedo bastard like the rest of them. He's a pedo like the rest. Tommy Robson, chop your head off, mate. Come and face an English woman like me, mate.
And hello everybody,
He needs
welcome
to
back
stand
British
up and be a
Stance.
man and come and face a proper English woman like me.
In time. And
Give
today
me a
he
sword.
appeared on a... And hello everybody, welcome back to British Stance.
British
Tommy
Stance, I
Robinson
won't put him on
in
your
the
channel
United
ever
States
again.
At this moment in time. And today he appeared on a US TV show, a
Good
US
for him.
news show, and sort of blew the lid on the Islamic invasion of the United Kingdom.
Good for
The
him.
fight that British people are going through to try and, reclaim
No,
their land,
he's
so
not
to
doing
speak,
shit.
and of course the political
He's a
fight
traitor,
on
mate.
the right between Restore Britain and Reform. Now, let's have a watch and react of this, guys, but first, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. Just a quick one, guys, before we get into
And it's
today's
upsetting
video.
now,
We have
it is.
released our brand new Patriots
I'm
drop.
so angry
We've got
with them,
the
man.
St. George's pattern
And I hope they
and
watch
the
my
Union
video. I
Jack.
hope they get the
Do shop
fucking
the
what I'm
collection by
saying.
going down into the link in the
I hope
description.
Tommy Robson
or
can
head
hear what
over
I'm
to
saying, because I'm
BritishStandard.com.
going to message it so
Anyway,
much that I'll
let's
chop
get
his
back to
fucking
today's
head
video.
off.
A major development in UK
And that's all he got to do is run away to America because he's a little sniding bastard.
Unveiled his new tactical
Run to America, Tommy Robson, because you're a sniding little fucking traitory pedo bastard.
It's called, this new national party in
Fuck
Great
off.
Britain is called Restore Britain, and it's already a growing force in British politics. Low, often described as a maverick with strong independent
Tommy
streak,
Robson, you better
argues
not
there's
even
a growing
speak
gap
about
between
Rupert Low
mainstream
ever again.
politicians and the public.
You've got
And
no
that's the
right.
party
You've got
that
no
can
right to
help
speak
fill
about
that
Rupert
void
Low.
on the right.
Who the
Those
fucking
joining
hell
the
do they
party
think they are?
include disillusioned members of the centre-right Conservative Party, as well as Nigel Farage's Reform Party, itself billed as a right-wing
Well,
alternative
he's a
to the
pedo,
Tories.
Nigel Farage.
This comes as British citizens are set to
Pedo
vote
Nigel
in
Farage.
local
Pedo Keir
elections
Starmer.
in May.
Two-tier
Joining us
Two-tier
now
Nigel.
with analysis, independent journalist
Now they're
Tommy
going in their gangs.
Robinson. Tommy, good morning.
I don't give a fuck, Tommy
Uh,
Robson. Don't
a lot
start
is
slating
happening
me now,
in
you
Great
cunt.
Britain. I'll tell you,
Get
I was
off
there
there.
not long ago,
You're in
and I was
America.
honestly
Fuck off and
shocked
go back and
by
speak
some
to a
of the
proper English
cultural
lady like me, you
changes
fucking
I've
coward.
observed. Just in terms of sort of the Islamist invasion happening there, prayer in public places.
I'm not talking about Islam or
that
Islamic
maybe
Islam. I'm
disrupts
talking about
traffic
Tommy
and
Robson,
things
the
like
people that
that.
traitor
They
in
didn't
Rupert
let
Low.
dogs in a lot of areas
They're
now
not the
where
ones
dogs
traitoring
used to be
Rupert Low.
welcomed.
You
Happen to
is.
travel with mine.
He's the one that's
Things like
traitoring
that.
Rupert
But
Low,
with
or
that,
our own English
the good
people
news
get
is
fucked.
there are people pushing
He's not
back.
even English
Tell us.
anyway.
It's took
I'm going to say, mate, you're not even English anyway. Fuck off. You're part Irish. Piss off back to Ireland.
Points you make. An entire generation of Britain's daughters were sacrificed.
Yeah.
They were allowed to be
Yeah.
and murdered across
Yeah,
the whole of
mate.
the UK.
And I want to murder
We
you.
have what they call grooming, which is a rape scandal that's rocked this country. In fact, it's the darkest stain in British history. So the government, the
And you've
politicians,
called
the
Rupert
religious
Low, you
leaders, the
twat.
political leaders,
You
every
called Bob,
institution that's
young
supposed
Bob.
to protect children.
Protect people. You just called young Bob, you little cunt. You fucking white dirty piece of
And they
trash.
didn't deal with it. And the government
Hey, I tell you what, them Muslims were right about you,
They
mate.
didn't want to be deemed as racist. Now, when I started my
Racist? You're the only racist one about here, mate. Fuck off. Don't care, mate. You're a racist little scumbag like they've already called you.
We now have 45. I'd seen the changes. So I started warning about what's coming and what's going to happen as I'm trying to warn America.
Rupert Low don't want you speaking for him. He doesn't need you, you fucking traitoring white little dirty piece of trash.
Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria.
Doesn't
They're
need you to
importing
speak
an
for him.
alien culture which is not there to integrate or assimilate, it's there to dominate. We've witnessed that.
Fuck you, I don't care,
After
mate.
15
I
years
know,
of
we don't
what's
care.
public
We
and ready
know.
for change.
Rupert Low
There is a
knows.
cultural revolution that's currently happening in Britain, and we're ready for political revolution. And then come
You
along
don't,
Nigel
you haven't
Farage
started
and
the
the
blooming
Reform
gangs
Party,
out.
and
Rupert
people
Low,
thought
as you
that
little
was the
prick.
solution. But Nigel,
You're a
these
little
are
white
Nigel's
piece
words,
of
not mine.
trash.
Nigel is not for mass deportations. This was 12 months
Yeah.
ago. He's not for mass
Yeah, I thought you got a fatwa on your head, mate. You've got a fatwa on your head now from an English lady. Like me, I will chop your head off.
That's a blueprint for the rest of the UK.
I'll go in style for chopping your head off, mate. Maybe a lot of Muslims will fucking thank me for it. Maybe I won't get battered myself by the Muslims because they'll thank me for chopping his head off.
Which is the equivalent of your Democrat Party. So Nigel
They might give me a fucking medal. I might actually be the first English woman that Muslim might go, way! One English person has done something right by chopping Tommy Robinson's head off.
Not Rupert Low was kicked out of Reform Party for trying to talk about the Pakistani rape gangs. So Nigel was given his Home Secretary position, which was his chairman position.
And I get what you've been doing, mate. You know, I was proud of what you've been doing, mate. You changed my mind about you, and I won't change my mind now. I've seen what I've seen about you, mate, and you won't change my mind.
Nigel has sold his soul straight
I'm
away.
sorry
His main
to
funders are
British
coming
Stand
from
whatever, but you
Pakistan,
won't change
from
my
the
mind
World
now, mate.
Economic Forum,
So Nigel has betrayed his people.
And like you've betrayed us. Well, Nigel's betrayed us, and so have you. Nigel's betrayed us. Keir Starmer's betrayed us, and so are you, mate.
It's not going to bend to the media. Because Nigel worries about the media. Nigel's told.
And so do you, Tommy Robson. You worry too much about the media. You're just like Nigel. Excuse me.
Just a lie.
Excuse me. Anybody worry about the media? So is Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson, you're just as bad as fucking Nigel Farage. You lying little white piece of trash. And the Muslims will probably give me a fucking badge. For when a white person actually does one right thing, and that's chopping your head off, mate. They'll probably fucking give me a fucking badge and fucking set fireworks alight and everything, because I'll chop his fucking head off. I'll show these people I'm not racist. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got something to do with people like you, Tommy Robson, being a traitor to Rupert Low, you dirty cunt. I can't stand you now, mate. I'm not changed my mind. You're a pedo like the rest of them. You're in Nigel Farage's book. Nigel Farage has gone in Keir Starmer's books by not dealing with the grooming gang scandal. He lied. He used the grooming gang scandal to get votes and people to feel, to think that it's a new thing and, and whatever. And he nearly wheeled me in. But he didn't quite wheel me because I didn't like Nigel Farage in the first place. I knew there was something wrong with Nigel Farage. In the first place, I couldn't put me... At first, it took me a while to figure out what it was